A Christian living in any of the 5 former Soviet republics of Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan or Turkmenistan can expect intimidation, harassment or worse, jail time for telling others about their faith. Artur, not his real name, is from Uzbekistan.
I am called to be a witness for Christ, but that has been a dangerous calling.
Maxim lives in northern Tajikistan.
When the authorities discover someone has converted to Christianity, they will gather friends and family of the accused and bring him or her before an Islamic council of elders. The convert then stands before the group and has to decide between faith or family.
25 years after the Soviet Union disappeared and these republics gained their independence, the 5 so-called Stan states have become repressive and hostile towards people of faith. In recent years, Christians have come under intense pressure here in Central Asia. In fact, in an attempt to crack down on radical Islam, these 5 governments have enacted laws curbing their activities. But here's the problem. Instead of going after Muslims, these governments are using these laws to go after Christians. Dr. Michael Cherenkov follows religious freedom issues in the former Soviet Union.
These laws have forced Christians to be more creative and invent approaches to sharing the gospel.
Cherenkov says while churches and Christian organizations raise suspicion, individual relationships go virtually unnoticed.
We are discovering that being a witness for Christ in the workplace is probably the only safe and effective form of evangelization.
On a recent Saturday morning, hundreds of young Christians from across the region met for the first ever Next Generation Professional Leaders Initiative. The event was the brainchild and dream of Sergei Rakuba.
It is not possible to overstate the significance of the gathering.
He grew up in the former Soviet Union and remembers what it was like as a young Christian trying to discover his in life.
I was not allowed to study in the universities because I was a Christian. And throughout the whole territory of the Soviet Union, you could not find even one Christian professor, Christian doctor, or Christian lawyer. Even the word business was a foreign word for Christians at that time.
Rakuba brought together entrepreneurs, doctors, educators, lawyers, and media experts to teach young professionals how to be effective witnesses for Christ in the marketplace.
This is a generation that didn't grow up in a secular and repressive Soviet mindset. So they have a unique perspective, unique gifts and talents that can bring transformation to their communities.
31-year-old Urmat works as an IT specialist from Kyrgyzstan.
While always easy to talk openly about faith, I'm learning that my deeds should speak louder than my words and that building long-term relationships is vital.
17-year-old Miriam teaches English in Kazakhstan.
My parents and all my relatives are against me because I'm a Christian.
She says meeting others who have also endured much for their faith and still want to be used by God was a huge encouragement.
This gathering is also important because it's teaching us how to safely combine our profession with our passion for Christ.
Yevgeny is a media specialist.
To see a lot of young people who are really interested in being useful for God is inspiring to me. This has also been a wonderful opportunity to network with others.
Rakuba says it's up to these young professionals to instill biblical values into their societies. Only then will they see lasting change.
Even though Islam is the dominant religion and radical Islam is becoming more influential here, I am so blessed to witness the courage and confidence demonstrated by young Christians in Central Asia.
George Thomas, CBN News, Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan.